So here we're in the great mountains. We achieved the top point of Mountain Raivata, where the great sage Dattatreya performed his austerities and mystic yoga. Actually, Dattatreya is a son of a sage Atriya, according to the Vedas, but his own position, according to the blessing of Atriya, that Supreme Lord himself will take a birth in his family. So he born with two other brothers, and three of them represent Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu, such as known, and one particular vision as Guna avatars. So, and it says that Dattatreya possess both of these qualities of Brahma, Shiva, as well as Vishnu. So he came here in a very ancient times and teach people mystic yoga, connection with Supreme Lord through meditation, pranayama, and sadhana. So until today, he's revered by many of the Indian sadhus and babas. Especially, you can meet them on Kumbh Mela, and a lot of them will tell you that they're followers of Dattatreya. And of course, the practice that he gave to people were primarily for practice of Satya Dvapara Yuga. Common people cannot perform such austerities and meditate such long time and do, in Kali Yuga in general, we are using bhakti, devotional service. And bhakti yoga is, it's one of the most supreme yoga anyway, because no matter how you performing mystic yoga or coming to senses and achieving stage of meditation, it's all meant to see Supreme Lord within your heart and prefer devotional service. So from devotional point of view, this place is very famous because of the Revati, the wife of Lord Baladev, performed tapasya here, and obviously she was doing probably here or some other hill, but somewhere here, because that would be the place of mystic yoga. And of course, Lord Sri Krishna in Mahabharata time would love to come to this holy place and perform his pastimes with his families and friends. So besides that, this place has been known by thousands of years and previous generations, and been recognized by scriptures as one of the most important holy places of that area, and we can say India. It's also known as the small Himalayas, because according to the legend, this Revaita mountain been brought here by Revati king from Himalayas and established here. But anyway, in the course of time, of course, some stories might be lost. What we know is what's been referred in different scriptures. And so one of the stories that Lord Brahma created here mini Vrindavan nearby Revaita mountain, and the center of Vrindavan is Govardhan mountain. So this Revaita mountain and Govardhan mountain have some spiritual connections with Krishna pastimes, of course, as Govardhan, and because wherever the Krishna would be residing, there has to be Yamuna, Govardhan, and Vrindavan. So it says that part of that, area is no different than Vrindavan, and it's understandable, believable, because Krishna loved Vrindavan. Krishna cannot give up Vrindavan. Vrindavan always in the heart of Krishna, and his pastimes connected Vrindavan. So whatever will remind him, his pastimes with gopis and his parents would be very dear to him. And of course, we can also see that in Kali Yuga, now we don't have that much water here, but there are still few lakes, and it's obvious to us that these lakes were much bigger previously than they are right now. So we can say there was tons of water here, waterfalls, caves, and a lot of places where also celestial gods from different planes and planets would come here to enjoy. In previous yugas, gods and humans were more interconnecting. It's just in Kali Yuga, it's really forbidden for gods to contact humans because humans lost their dignity and integrity. So there's not much you can talk to humans about. What do? They show their cats on their Facebook, their Instagram page. Gods are not so excited about modern technology, which we think is upliftment, but it's obviously degradation of the humankind. So anyway, that's a wonderful place to be in. So it's the same as visiting a boat of Vrindavan, the same as visiting holy place of Himalayas, the Chardham, as well as visiting of all the great gurus who had some part of their meditation in Himalayas, as well as coming here to perform their tapasya and mystic yoga. And of course, remember the pastime of sweet Lord Krishna, Balaram, and Mahabharata. It's wonderful, wonderful journey, and although it's not easy journey, it's never been easier, but it's very heart fulfilling. And I think we'll stay one more night, and tomorrow we're going to move to Somnath.